My stars, I'm nervous. I got the butterflies. So I'm hearing that you guys, for the right collective, we're going to do a divine feminine, divine masculine check-in. This one's very beautiful. I kept seeing that card, a love like ours can change the world. But I'm hearing that currently you guys could be having a lot of vivid dreams right now. So I always talk about our karma in life, and it's not just this lifetime, it's so many prior or currently multiverse. But when you guys are having very vivid dreams, usually you're clearing off timelines that have accumulated karma in your soul contract. Every lifetime you haven't gotten it right. And then there's some very special people that can dream future timelines as well. So you guys have the prophetic dreams, okay, the things that come into fruition. But right now for the right collective, there's current timelines you guys are clearing by having to relive them in the astrals. That's preparing you for a very big shift. So what I want to do, got a bit of breathlessness. I'm going to tap into divine feminine energy, then we're going to tap into divine masculine energy. And I always say when I do readings like this, you might find yourself in both, especially if you're coming into balance. I always say this journey isn't just a charge on your divine feminine or divine, you're finding your yin and yang. So let's see how mirrored you and your connecting energy is. And then we will roll the dice and see what's coming next for you guys. But this collective, it's breathtaking. So let's get into it. Whew. All right. Divine Feminines. Okay, so we've got number 34, the waterfall, you. Okay, the woman, firefly, letting things be. One more for your top row. From what I can see here, you've got a very big emotional release happening, the divine feminines, which is making sense with the clearing timelines. You could actually be in the mind frame of things not feeling different right now, especially when it comes to the emotion connected to your divine. This is making me feel, I wouldn't say detachment, it really is release. It's not a fear and a reason to detach, it's just you're finding a center, you're not feeling the same. Okay, maybe you're really focusing on abundance, but this tear of sorrow, I feel, not that it's turned into tears of joy, but I feel, that could be on the way, but I just feel there's a joy that you're trying to focus on when it comes to your center in your day-to-day life. It's like you're trying to find happiness in those small things, gratitude, trying to really focus on your fulfillment, releasing things that you've been chasing after energetically for some time. Okay, I just think this being here, yes, this is about fiancés, but I think it's you focusing on you, okay? You're doing everything you can to just provide a very good environment for yourself. There's something about your magic that's developing, more self-discovery. You have a new soul light codes. So again, especially through dreaming, because that was a big detail I was hearing, but there's this level up that's happening in your energy right now. You're starting to really believe that you are someone exceptional. Like I said, I'm hearing a love like yours can change the world. There is something that you know within you. You have this greatness. You were born with that blood of fire and steel for a reason. And sometimes the divine journey can blind us so much with pain and sorrow, with that longing. But once you guys transition out of that and you really do have complete belief this was all for far greater reason than your love story, that's when things start to fall into place. So again, because you are clearing off past timelines right now, and if you aren't having the vivid dreaming, this could come through a lot of, you know, daily lessons as well. Let it be, you know, conflict, whatever is really burdened in your shadow, codependence, through abandonment. Maybe you have some jealousy issues. Maybe you're a little bit impatient in life. Just everything this journey was trying to activate in you, that true, sensitive, kind, compassionate, understanding, unconditional, loving kind of person. If you're not connecting to these in past timelines where you see a version of yourself you're not proud of, when we're clearing out timelines through the astrals, they're normally I wouldn't say nightmares, but they're not the nicest dreams. We see ourselves with behavioral traits we're not proud of. And especially on this divine journey, when you guys get to access you and your divine on a timeline, it's either you not treating them the best or them not treating you the best. Once you guys start to come into alignment with your dream and you guys are on the same page, you're coming very close. Okay, there's a reason I'm saying this. But through whatever you're transitioning out of right now, the right feminine energy, you're really, really learning lessons finally. When watches me regularly on TikTok, I bring out my shadow work card that I do with my clients, and I always say those things will constantly repeat, those emotional triggers, those actions, until we truly heal them. And once we heal them, they're removed. So the right collective, you're coming to points, even though you're getting these triggers or whatever it may be, you're dealing with things differently and you know it. You're like, holy moly, that doesn't ignite me anymore. That doesn't, you know, trigger me to a state of explosion, or however your coping mechanisms are normally when you're faced with those emotional burdens. Okay, I don't want to say detachment here, but this letting it be, it's truly a release. It's a surrendering to what is. It's giving thanks for what you have. You're really going within right now. You're thriving in silence. Okay, it's like you're finally transitioning out of I don't want to be lonely anymore to realizing loneliness isn't bad. It's teaching me independence. It's teaching me to stand on my own 2 feet, and it's teaching me to thrive in my day-to-day life without feeling the need I have to have someone in my life to complete me. Okay, another big thing right now, especially because I was saying gratitude, anyone that gets activated to this world, the tie with your spirit team is undeniable. Like, they're just constantly around you, showing you signs, synchronicities. Yes, I get it. But normally in the start of activation, and people that aren't even activate, people that pray, people more that religious route, we're constantly up there asking for things, or give us peace, take away this pain. I find when you guys really start to transition into the union energy, because you're really understanding we all are one in the same. You don't just pray to ask for, you know, release or for signs, or you're actually sending them strength up there. You understand that they are fighting a spiritual battle for you every day. They're up there at war. So you're not just, you're giving them thanks, and you're sending them your strength, and you're sending them your guidance. Just how they protect you, we protect them. Truly. And this right collective, you understand that. I feel you've got such a strong bond to your spirit team, but you let them know you protect them too. You're that spiritual panther. You're not always asking for something, okay? It's a detail that came to my mind. One more for your top row. Important numbers here. 29, 29th of the 11th could be an important memory with you and your person, or it could be a birthday here. And number 34. So these could be number plate numbers, shopping receipt numbers, house number you live in, age. And number 9, you're learning to stand alone and love it. Okay, standing alone, guidance. Maybe you're tapping more into the governments, the institutions around you, the hierarchy. I feel this collective, the corporations, like you're really tapping into worldly matter as well. And back to dreams. You could be someone that has dreams about worldly matter. Like if you were someone that can tap into future timelines, you have one powerful unlocked mind. And if you've dreamt things that have surfaced in this world, maybe this is a message saying something you've seen in your eye, your important eye, is about to come to fruition as well with worldly matter. But 19th of the 6th could be 19th of the 6th. But this just really shows this letting it be, release, focusing on your own illumination, the right collective. You're thriving right now. You really are. Overflowing abundance. Empress, truly sitting in your stillness, attracting in your abundance. This first one, overflowing abundance, tear of sorrow, tears of joy, release. You're even, okay, it's not just this union you're releasing, it's external attachments. This journey activates our 4D mind so powerfully, and when we first get activated, we see so much. We see the things that we're going to achieve. We see our end stop, right? But we don't see our timeline. We might think we know our timeline, but we don't. It's when we get to this point where things start to come to fruition. You're not just letting go of your love story, you're letting go of external attachments. So maybe you've been really worried about overflowing abundance, or when you're going to hit that stop you've seen in your 4D mind. I just feel there's just a complete surrender, okay? Your internal glow is shining powerfully right now. And when our internal glow, when our stardust is like inside, it's oozing out of our skin. You could have a lot of people stopping you right now saying, oh, you look good, or oh, your hair's looking nice, and you haven't changed a thing, because your soul is glowing, okay? Attraction, attractiveness, grace, charm, beauty, love, relationships, magnetism, abundance, pleasure, finding happiness in the small things, even if it's just finding a feather. Oh my gosh, underneath you. This is you, focusing on you, removing obstacles, okay? Lucid dreaming. That's a very big detail here. Number 13, 13th of the 3rd, could be another memory or birthday. And 13, surrendering to the divine. You have your wits about you, you're focusing on your power. There's something about your mind developing as well with your crown and third eye. So maybe past few weeks you've been feeling creatively blocked, or you've just been feeling kind of at a standstill. I always say, when things don't seem right up here, we're ascending. And to ascend to a new thought pattern, a new timeline, things are meant to feel fuzzy and blurry. We're changing it up here, okay? There's something coming over you. I'm seeing my Ace of Wands with this. Your telepathy, not just with your person, but the people around you. Maybe you're catching yourself, because like I said before, you're getting a lot of in-time lessons as well. Let it be, you're talking to a parent and you just know what they're going to say. You finish their sentence, or a sibling or a friend, or I feel your telepathy's off tap right now for the right collective. But your trust, you're in so much trust. And it's not just a phase. Maybe you've come and go, I feel this is becoming a permanent fixture for you. It's something very powerful. You're clearing off the lighthouse. You're underneath the firefly. Stop it. So someone exceptional, you're a beacon of light for this world. A love like yours can change the world. You believe in yourself. So I don't know if you're someone that does mirror work. I always say, when we do mirror work and it makes us uncomfortable, those positive affirmations, speaking highly, it's because our soul doesn't believe the words we're saying to ourselves. When you start saying those words and you're smiling in the mirror and you believe it to your core, even when you're looking in the mirror and it feels like your face is transforming a little bit, there's a reason I'm saying this. You look at yourself and you're like, oh, I look great today. But you believe it. It's that your higher self has always seen you But it's like, even though that's who you knew you were connecting to, it's like your inner core still didn't believe it. When you have those moments, it's that I see you too. Okay, it's that you believe it. You're believing in your greatness, which is self-love, which means you're seeing your reflection properly. A huge part of this journey. Safe passage. I feel you're removing certain obstacles by just surrendering. Whenever an obstacle's coming up, you're like happy about it. I always say it's pain, anxiety, anxiousness, stress, obstacles. They transform us. Without those things, our life's just stagnant. It's complacent. Okay? And you get it. You give thanks for all emotion, not just happiness. Strength, your self-belief. You've become that female magician. You've tamed that ferocious lion within. You've learnt to guide that hurricane constructively and powerfully. But within the next 7 to 14 days, this is a timing card. Not that you're holding on to a time, but what shift you're going through, you know it's for something great. I'm just seeing more the self-belief with that, okay? You are truly believing in endless possibilities. And that's why you've got so much strength to just trust and let it be right now. You're not trying to force the river. You're letting the river flow. Beautiful. Oh! Truth, you, someone exceptional, head of the pack. Under what you're letting be, though, you're surrendering to it. You know your success and your drive and the way you get things done. You're a born leader. You know you're destined to finish first. I wouldn't say first, but again, I keep going back to a love like yours can change the world. And not just you and your person. The more I'm reading this, it's the love in your heart. It's one of your biggest strengths here. You're not just an empath, you're a transmuter, you're an alchemist. People that are empaths that can transmute and alchemize, you're dangerous people, because the way that you can feel love, the way you can feel emotion, and the way you can return that to people, that's what our world needs. Look at how much love we're lacking in this world. This is what this divine journey is for. To understand and believe in unconditional love. To have understanding of all walks of life. The heart chakra is one of the most powerful energy points when balanced. You as an individual can change the world. And side note, I say this all the time in TikTok. Us changing the world could be us changing one person's perspective. It's a domino effect. You're teaching, they take on to someone else, and then that person takes it on to someone else. And this collective, I'll tell you right now, you're changing far more than just one person's perspective. And this is what you're starting to believe about yourself. What you're in is enough. You've released that external attachment, okay? But your persistence and motivation, very powerful quality. And there you go. Last one. So out of all of these cards, it's really just you're focusing on, but you know, you're not silly. You've seen, I'm going to say life partner energy. This is about proposal, engagement, agreement, next level, promise, partnership, state of intent, marriage, union. But right now, that's underneath you standing alone. Okay, that's you. And we had that deviation about dreams with this. Maybe you've had a dream recently, just side note. But it's more that you're just surrendering to. You know that will come when it's meant to come, but there's not a fear if it's going to come anymore. You just like, everything will happen when it's meant to. Very beautiful. 25-15. Okay. Moving on from things you've got no control over. Beautiful. Okay, I just want to quickly, let's get you an angel card. just a message from your team. Divine mystery, unfolding truth. You, along with the sun, earth, moon, and stars, are part of one big creation. And we said that before. That was another important detail. You understand you are all one. Yes, they protect you. You protect them. Okay, you do the spiritual work down here. You're a balance between the Empress and the High Priestess. You don't just take care of earthly matter. You take care of them up there too. Part of one creation. A divine mystery is unfolding. Each moment, be present and feel the power of now. And that's another thing. Big lesson, your judgment energy. This collective, you were so prone to live in the past and past grievances. It would make you focus too much on future external attachment, external gain. When's it coming? When's it coming? Because you've released this, you're learning to live in the now. You're learning to live in the present. And this is why things are transforming. Be in the moment and witness the wonder of it all. Maybe for a while you're pushing away signs, or you weren't noticing as much as you used to notice. Anyone that's been activated, you're the most observant people. You guys don't miss a beat. But I feel you're getting that back. Courage. You have what it takes. Just keep doing it. We, your angels, are here to support you. They're saying, we support you too. It's funny because back to that lonely energy, when we really realize we're never alone, just because we can't see our spirit team, our ancestors, thousands of them stand behind us. And when we realize just because we can't see something, that unicorn energy, just because we can't see it doesn't mean it's not real. This is why they show you with flickering electricity or music or signs, animals. They're showing you all the time you were never alone. But when that penny really drops, that it doesn't matter if I can't see something, I can feel it. I know it's there. It really changes a lot in the mind. And you got achievement. This is feminine energy message. This is beautiful. Take a little time to reflect at periodic assessment. Take a little time to reflect on what you have achieved to date. And we said that before about you noticing lessons. You're like, holy moly, look at how I just dealt with that. It's often easy to forget where you started and how far, where you've started from and how far you've come. Honor and be grateful for this extraordinary journey that is your life. Broken record, I'm going to say it. People don't understand how people think healing can just take a couple months or a year. It's absolute BS. That shadow, that has been bound to us since 3 or 4 years old. At an age that we don't know emotion, and we're teaching ourselves how to protect ourselves emotionally. When you guys activate, you're having to reparent yourself. You're having to relearn life. You're having to restructure what's up here and habits and emotional traits that have been created. I always say that year you activated, let's just say you activated, I'm going to say 2019 or 2020. You've only been activated for 5-6, you're 5-6 years old. Okay. Got to be more gentle on yourself and compassionate with yourself. Don't try and rush the process. Otherwise you'll just break. It's like when people get activated out of dormancy, that spiritual psychosis, that manic state, it can send people to the, truly, they only give it to you for a little bit. It normally max about 6 months to a year, and then you start to come back into your normal 3D kind of, you still see the magic, but it's not so manic and intense, okay? You're not meant to. They try and make this journey so easy for you. Anyone that's truly been through a psychosis, it's a scary time. You just come off as a complete nutter. That's why I call the kundalini, the kundaluni, the kundatut. What our brain tells us to be real, no one can tell us otherwise. And that's a scary thing. You guys start thinking you're seeing things, people are watching you, this and that, you lose everything. And no, everybody around you just thinks, this person's losing their mind, are they on drugs? Like, scary. It's meant to be slow. It's meant to be progressive. And this is why I also say my universal truth, my universal truth. I don't agree with people using psychedelics and stuff. You just let those mysteries happen naturally. Your mind upgrades naturally. You don't need to assist it. And a lot of people that have that intensity and that activation, it's like they're always chasing that high again. You don't need to. Remember, your job here, I always say, you guys, you're the 5% of the population. We've got 85% here, the blind sheep that are conform to our 10%, our world leaders. Our 85s are robots to them. You as the 5%, you're meant to change the 85%'s view, right? More than the 10%. That can't be done in a manic state. People that are robots their whole life and then someone's like, "Bleh!" you push them away even more. You need that balance. There's a reason I'm saying this. Look at how much you've achieved and look at how far you've come. And just me with that deviation, I feel this collective, you've done it naturally. Okay, very beautiful. Archangel Uriel, so that could be one of your angels that you really talk to. I find you all really bound to Archangel Michael because he's our protector. Okay, so I find you all have a very strong connection with him. And Archangel Raphael, he's our healer. So when you guys, I always talk about colors and they're our most powerful connection. When we intuitively get dressed for the day, we're putting an energy out into the universe. You guys should really know about colors and their meanings. But if you're wearing a lot of blue all the time, you really are connecting to Archangel Michael, the emerald greens, the darker greens. You guys need to learn about colors. Pink is about love, not red. And blue's also about communication as well. But just watch what colors you intuitively gravitate towards through the day. It's either a chakra that needs to be balanced, an energy point, or a certain connection to an angel. Anxiety, what you're releasing, but it could, I feel, like I said, I feel this is sacred space. You're finding center in it. You have appreciation for anxiety, this collective. We surround you. You understand emotion. Our body gives us all the same symptoms. That butterflies for anxiety, happiness, excitement, but it's our brain that tells us something else. You're learning to control this. We surround you with the healing light of amethyst. Take a deep breath and breathe in this beautiful violet light. Feel your anxiety. You could be wearing violet today because we're talking about colors. Feel your anxiety melting away. There is nothing to fear. There is only joy. Sacred space. We, your angels, surround you with emerald, gold, and rose pink light. Surrender your concerns and worries and enter this sacred space of love and healing. Very beautiful. Okay, let's tap into this masculine energy. What the masculines are focusing on right now. Masculine. First card, the time has come. Yes. Expect the unexpected. They're going through some powerful things right now themselves. Holy moly, as I said, they've got the Tower here. Okay, so as you guys are finding peace, they're finding, I always say the feminines, you go through a lot of emotional lessons to get to that release point. Unfortunately, the masculines, because they're so bound to their karmic environment, they get a lot of physical towers for removal. The Lily, expect the unexpected. Oh, this is some heavy energy here. I think the masculines connected to this feminine collective, they're going through some powerful removals right now. But it's like, I always talk about burn to learn. We put our hand in that fire however many times, but we will eventually, some people don't, but we do eventually learn from it. I think the person that you're connected to has put their hand in the fire quite a few times with, I'm seeing two people specifically. I really do feel they're going through, as you are finding calmness, and this is where you guys reflect, and this is why I always say someone doesn't need to be in the same room with you to improve their energy. If you guys are focusing on calmness and center, and you've had all of it, like I said, the main thing of this reading is you're clearing timelines for a future timeline. There's a reason you're focusing on calmness and center and release. This person's stuck in the middle of a fire. So without you knowing, energetically, you're helping them. So anytime you have an impulse to do something silly, and it's funny, the theme of this week has been willpower and direction, self-motivation and center. Every time you've got an urge to do something impulsively or react in a, and you've got to center, because you're giving them strength without you even knowing. You're giving them strength to see the lesson face value. You're giving them the lesson to see here, not here. Okay. It's like polar opposite energy, but you're magnetizing right now. I always say you guys are like, because you feel each other so much, right? Before, okay, this is why it's so important to see lessons, deviation. So because you guys feel each other so much, right? Those temptations you have, or those moments of friction, or just bad behavioral traits, without you knowing, you're feeding their energy, their anxiety, their this, their that. But you guys, when you're repelling, believe it or not, you're embodying their energy, because you're actually adding to their destructive ways. When you guys are learning lessons, when you guys are seeing through this chaos and understanding the karmic energy, and you're acting opposite to what your intuition would tell you to do normally, it's that magnet, that Daniel documentary that I always talk about on TikTok, right? When you're actually saying no to that magnetic pull and working on your strength, you're actually bringing your magnet in, because your positivity is helping their negativity, right? Where because you feed and reflect, you're pushing, because you're adding to each other's destruction and fear. And right now your magnets are turning around, right? So because you're learning the lessons and seeing through it, really clearing off timelines, you're giving them that energetic strength to do the same. So instead of repelling, you're now starting to get sucked in. Right, collective, that'll make sense. Let me just quickly deviate, because I'm going to post this on YouTube. I'm not posting this on TikTok. This Daniel documentary, and I recommend everybody watch it. It's on Prime in Australia. I think it only costs like $2 or $3 or something. But there documentary of this young boy, and it's funny because you can always see we're born with our birthright, but from a very young age he always had a camera attached to his hand. He would record everything, right? Anyway, he ended up in his 20s, early 20s mind you, traveling the world and recording everything. And anyway, he ends up in a place in Mexico, I'm pretty sure it was, and he meets a traveling buddy, and they find these Mayan caves, and they go to, it's a burial ground, right? Anyway, they go into this burial ground, this sacred cave, with a tour guide, and the tour guide says certain areas that they're going through, don't take anything from here. People that have taken things from here, they die from mysterious illnesses and death. And it shows the strength of sacred energy to this documentary. But anyway, so they get to this point in the cave, and there's this perfect little ball, right? Looks like a stone. And he goes to the guide, can I take that? And the guide's like, no. And he asks a few times. And through the documentary, after that, you don't think he takes it, right? But then he gets struck at 23 with leukemia, a leukemia that ends up killing him in 6 months, right? But anyway, and then towards the end of the documentary, he's there, and you could see he just had such a magical mind this whole documentary. He didn't see life normal, like he was always connected. And there's this scene, and he's talking to his mum, and he's like, I took that stone. He's like, I took it. He's like, and they said that anyone that, like, he knew it was the stone, right? And the mum and him searched high and low for this stone. He didn't remember where he put it. Anyway, it was after he had passed away, they found the stone in one of his luggage cases that were underneath his floorboards, right? Anyway, in that part of the documentary, his voice comes over, the voiceover, and he's like, when I was in that cave, it was every fiber of my being was telling me to take that stone. Intuition. You know, when you just can't say no, you think you're doing the right thing. He's like, everything was pulling me to that stone like a magnet. And this is where intuition can bite us in the bum. Sometimes that intense pull, especially just before something amazing is going to happen, that intense pull is the darkness. That's when our strength needs to come up, learning how to tame that ferocious energy within and say no. It's just a perfect depiction of this journey, because you guys think it's your intuition calling to them. You think it's your intuition to make you check profiles or send messages or chase. It's not. It's your shadow being activated. There's a reason I'm saying this. This journey, you need to say no to that magnet. You need to surrender to time, and you need to understand by saying no is actually what brings your timeline closer. Okay, but big deviation, but it's important. Right now, you guys are learning to just surrender and release and not push that river. Okay, it's activating this person's ambition. They're wanting to develop something. They're thinking of maybe new career path. Again, I know I was saying you can change your world, but together as well. True divines, your power couples. They need to end a season. They're starting to open their mind more. They're actually starting to activate to the frequency of this journey, where when they're in avoidance, they're not activated, and your poor brains think they're there pining. No, they're running. They think you're crazy, okay, until they activate to the signs, synchronicities, just how you did. Okay, again, broken. So usually you guys, in general, but there's a reason this is coming to my mind. So usually you guys don't really start finding things about twin flames and universal energy till you're activated to the frequency, right? So once this parts ways and you just start getting bombarded, you guys are like this little sponge with knowledge. You just finding everything, right? Because you're activated to the frequency, things that align with our frequency, so we can see it. Signs and stuff haven't just popped up. They've been here from the start of time, but you were never activated to the universal frequency before this activation, right? It's the same as your runner. Until they're activated to it, they're not learning about it. They don't see like you see. But because you guys have seen it in your 4D mind, this is why you constantly feel like you're just let down. They're not on the frequency to awaken to it. This person is, okay? This is why I say, yes, you've seen it, but release it. We are here to serve others with our sight and our knowing, not ourselves. People are foolish to think that we're getting time. And this is why I tell you guys not to read your own tarot from my tarot readers. But anyway, let's just keep getting, I'm deviating too much. All right, Tower. The snake, so they're seeing through the betrayal. Again, they're finally burning to learn, because you were focusing on compassion, release, and understanding. You're feeding the right energy. It's opposites that attract, right? Where before you would feel them, you would act exactly like them. Okay, it was that mirror between you that neither of you could see, but the universe could. You act the same, walk the same. Now you're polar opposites, which is attracting you guys into each other. Okay, deception, jealousy, betrayal, backstab, toxic, silent treatment. There could have been something to do with a third party interference here, but they're seeing this now. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep focusing on your self-motivation. And a lot of my collectives this week in my divine communities, your divine masculine's being activated for a reason. You're giving them the strength. So everything you're doing for yourself, your ambition, the action, you're feeding into that thread for them. You've got to remember just how you had to get out of wounded feminine, wounded masculine. It's a big transition. They have to do the same. They need to tap into their high priestess, their eye. That's the first step, the activation to the universe, right? Then they need to find that divine masculine courage and strength. You guys think your person's going to be back in a few months. I'm crazy. Buckle up. I've been doing this for a very long time. You guys' average separation is about 3.5 years. Okay, average. Some of you guys can be on this loop for 10 plus years. It's a lot to learn. This is why I don't focus on external, focus on you. Whatever this collective is doing, we're doing well. Oh, fate. So the time has come. So fate, destiny. You timer, bing. We don't know. But the broom, the shake up, there is a big clearing chapter as you're clearing timelines through vivid dreaming or whatever it is. They're physical timelines. And there was a reason I said both. Fate, destiny, divine intervention. Okay, there is crisis, there's emotional loss, but they're finally seeing through it. Removing unwanted stuff, purging, a clean sweep, approaching the unavoidable. Okay, where before the unavoidable, they were making it avoidable. Clean up, deleting, total makeover, wanting to restore harmony. Very good. Magnifying glass. So now they're going over everything with a fine-tooth comb. They're finally getting more information. They're finding clarity. Very important details they were choosing not to see for such a long time. Examining the fine print. This middle one is so beautiful. Once they get through all of this, it's like there's just this. What have I been doing? Expect the unexpected. The stalk. They could be very slender and tall, your person. Or you could be. Transformation, change, renew, restlessness, arriving, departing, renovating, maybe moving. Okay, there could be something to do with pregnancy they're going over, especially if you guys shared a pregnancy. But as well, long-term commitment. Maybe they're starting to get into that mind frame. I'm ready to really start and commit. And they got the sun, divine masculine energy. So what you're doing is working. Okay, yes, energy, power, climax. Wanting to be fulfilled. They're radiating just like you. Divine masculine, daytime victory, happy and warmth. Stepping into their power. Because you're properly stepping into your power. You're releasing them. Which is giving them their energy back. I always say energetically chasing is just as bad as physically chasing. On the divine journey, energetically chasing is worse. Because you're ruled by energy. You're the highest connected beings here. The right collective, you get it, which means you've been doing this for a long time. Alright, let's get them an angel card. Masculine energy. Think global, wanting to achieve more, just how you guys had that. When you guys first activate, you think you're the one, you think you're God, you think you're going to win the lot. But that's what gives you strength to achieve. You're meant to think you're the one because you are the one. We are all the one. We are all our creator. We all embody the same particles, all of us. You guys have these downloads for a reason, but again, what your brain tells you to be real. So what you resonate with being the one is number one. First, that's what your brain shows you. It's thinking outside of the box. Anyway, but they're going through that. You are being encouraged to spread your wings, think outside of the box. You are a citizen of the world. Expand your vision. Imagine the world within your heart. Embrace it. Surround it with love. Let it be, and so it will be. Sacred source. We, your angels, are here to remind you of your magnificence. You were literally an angel in the making, just how you were. A being of eternal love and light, forever one with God and goddesses of all creations. And that's another thing. You really connect to Egyptian mythology, Greek mythology. You think you're bloody Cleopatra, Hecate, like you just, Aphrodite. You guys just believe in... It's so beautiful where your mind takes you in activation. And this is why people chase that spiritual high again. But you're only meant to experience it once. And then you're meant to let it evolve naturally. My universal truth. Integrity. So this is what the divine main masculine energy is working on. Be flexible but also true to you. Stand by your beliefs and values. Others will stand by you and believe in you, the right people. And this is why everyone drops off like flies when you guys first activate. They're not on the same frequency. And that's special. Shows how we are all born one of a kind. We are all born with a unique blueprint, but you guys are the unicorn energy. It's so hard to believe in, so people choose not to. Doesn't mean it's not real though. prayer, fight the heart song. So they're really connecting to their spirit team right now. Look at all the pink and blue. Babies is definitely on this person's mind. What is your heart saying? Stop and listen. Your truth lies within the empty space between your thoughts. Your truth shines from within your soul. Your truth is what is which eternal and unchanging. Your truth is love. No, because you're focusing on unconditional love. I don't even need to say watch the whole thing. I'm on YouTube now. I've got to get that right, because on TikTok I always have to say watch the whole thing because there's such long parts, but over here I don't need to because you would still be watching. No matter how difficult the situation may seem, all is possible. Ask, we are listening. And then the blue angel, Archangel Michael. There's a reason I spoke about him before. I, Archangel Michael, am here by your side. I am all around you and will forever protect you. Remember this wherever you feel fearful. I love you. All is well. So they're really connecting to their team. All right, let's just get you some 20 cards and then we're going to roll the dice and see what's coming for this main collective, how many weeks ahead. All right, so this is what energy you both need to embody to improve each other. This is such a beautiful Intuit Tarot. Okay, I've got links for that in my link tree on my Instagram. I can't put any of my links up here just yet. I think because I've only got like a couple hundred. Mission, your first one. Truth. As twin flames, we are here to help ascend. We are here to ascend and help others do the same. Stop it. Magic. And you right now are ascending, which means you can help people ascend because you're experiencing it. And just like at the start, a love like yours can change the world. I say this all the time. The twin journey is truly for others. It's our mission work. We need to detach our own love story from our journey. You guys were chosen to put love back into this world. The right collective, you get it. And your spirit team, our creator, they're telling you those moments that maybe, you know, you might feel like you're taking a step backwards emotionally. Remember this. Your job is needed for this world, truly. Patterns number 11, 6 of the 11th, 11th of the 6th. I'm afraid this relationship is too good to be true, so I pull away in fear. So again, those little moments that comes up, certain patterns that you're removing, feed positive energy, okay, into your magnetic strings right now. I need to be strong in who I am before I can merge my energy with you in the 3D. I'm afraid I'll lose myself in this connection again. So I feel this is more masculine fear right now, especially with the destruction, 11th of the 1st, 1st of the 11th. But that could be you as a little bit as well. Remember, there was a deviation. It's not that you're detaching in anger and frustration, it's release. So maybe just pull yourself up with any negative self-talk and talk about this person that comes over emotionally and just fall straight back into this first. As twins, we are here to ascend and help others do the same. It's like they're building courage, right? But they're still going over little details, maybe time or what was done here, how long, whatever it's been, that... is this too good to be true? Can we make it work? Am I going to get hurt again? Am I going to have to go through this pain again? Okay, and you yourself could be having seeds of thought like that. So you got the 11, look at all these ones, 11, 1, 11, but the synchronicities, truth. The names on here, I'm not going to get initials here because I don't think you can have subtitles on YouTube, can you? But anyway, these names are Kelly Roberts, Kevin James, Rose Erickson, and Bruce Martin. These could be important names, initials. Look at all the ones. Oh, but I'm seeing synchronicities like your name or 1111, and I'm working out what they mean. Open to the activation. And also you as well, certain signs, especially if you're starting to get different signs. That normally happens as well, not your usual signs. You get completely different signs union time than you do to encouragement time. Okay, it's like your signs. 64, that's my favorite angel number, I believe. Our creator is the flower of life, and 64 circles in that flower. Very important angel number. You think I'm not listening to you, but I am. I hear everything you say and even replay our conversations in my head. And this is underneath where you need to switch your positive thought pattern to. They hear everything if they know it or not. Another communication one. Neither of us are being honest right now. Why are we afraid to express ourselves? This is underneath the old pattern. So when you're afraid the relationship is too good, you're not being honest with yourself. You're working out of fear. Okay, 11th of the 5th. 9, more messages and trust. Don't judge this, just surrender. I know it's triggering, but from a higher perspective, it's clearing energy and bringing us closer together. So this, I need to be strong, emerging. I'm afraid I could lose. Maybe you got a little bit triggered when you heard that. They're saying just trust. 1st of the 9th, 9th of the 1st. And then karmic ties. We have past life connections, and this is what this reading is. You're clearing those past life, or current really, our multiverse. You're clearing those timelines. You're clearing those timelines now. Memories are surfacing either consciously or subconsciously. Last one. Oh, last 2. I feel you pulling away and it triggers my fears that you'll leave. You're not pulling away, you're surrendering, which is feeding their frequency to come forward. Okay, you're doing the right thing. And another one, you got 2 telepathic messages to finish off. 5th of the 7th, 7th of the 5th. One of us is sad or angry and it's creating an energetic match in frequency. Remember the deviation about when you're acting the same, you're pushing each other away. When those emotions come, fight the magnet and do the opposite, because then opposites attract. Frequency with others. Stay conscious of this, and if possible, try and help elevate it. I want one more. 8, 9, 10. So we'll get 11 cards. Oh my God, that on the 11th card, that's the card. It didn't fly though. We are coming into union. That is anyone that watches me all the time on TikTok. That's the card. 11, 11. Last one. Okay, mirrors. I can't validate our love in the 3D till I understand our love in the 5D. The activation, another deviation here. They just really and another one. They're opening up to the frequency right now, but they need that complete belief, just how you had that complete belief, which motivated you and pushed you. Explore this aspect so I can be a spiritually strong partner for you. Okay. That was another telepathic messages. All right, let's roll the dice. It's just, from this, it's just trusting. It's just trusting and keep focusing on you. You're going to have emotional pulls of maybe taking a few steps back with all the work that you've done with your divine masculine strength over the next, let's see how many weeks. Okay. How many weeks forward do you want me to tap into? 10. So the next 10 weeks. Okay. And completion, 10. All right. Next 10 weeks. 10 weeks for this collective. Wow. Oh my God. This is your next 10 weeks. So this whole 10 weeks, okay? Not just 10 weeks from now, this next 10 weeks. 9 of coins, Ace of Cups, Page of Cups. That's not good. That's Hanged Man in reverse. Internal, okay. I want one more for you. Internal lessons. One more. Oh, there it is. 3 of Swords in reverse, reconciliation. So reconciliation, letting go of the past, healing, release, forgiveness, feeling. Okay. This next 10 weeks, there's something about your independence, and there's just achievements really coming full force for you. I think you've gone through your 7 of Pentacles. You've been germinating, okay? There's been a lot of roots being planted, and I think you've been on that 8 of Pentacles journey for so long. I don't want to say you're a master of your craft just yet, but you really are becoming a master of what you've experienced and emotional lessons. And I always say we will forever have a bit of that student energy in us, especially spiritual beings. We're forever learning, but I think you've definitely surpassed the teacher energy, that's for sure. There's something here about you've got some abundance on its way, but because you're releasing it, you got to remember you got that Empress. There's some beautiful things around you, But I always say Ace of Cups is intuition, Ace of Swords is logic. And yes, this is about love and bliss and romance, but it's also about self-love, and trusting yourself and trusting your emotion, not being blinded by that magnetic pull. I do think you've got a beautiful offer coming in. The one thing I'm concerned about is Page of Cups energy. He's like a fantasist, right? He's a romanticist in his mind. So yes, it's also a card of apology and expression, but I see him a little bit naive with his approach, especially because of what's been, so you just have to, I always say you don't want to see a Page of Cups. You want to see a King of Pentacles, an Emperor, a Hierophant. That's what you want to see, because it can be trusted. That's powerful masculine strength. I do think you've got some form of expression here. I want to confirm the transition, because I'm hoping I get a transitional card. Maybe for so long you've just been hoping for an apology, but this is also you're starting to be a bit more realistic when it comes to not every point of you have to return the favor to them. Just how they've made you burn to learn through rejection, abandonment. Okay, no one transforms you like a true twin flame does, a divine. But I always say you guys don't come into union as twin flames. You have to find your divine energy, your sovereign energy, your light energy, your true connection, right? Twin flames are just trigger central. You've got to go through the transition. And this is why through the transition, the dedication to source, the release, you really do find that sovereign light. There's no expectation. There's no expectation of material gain. You just go with the flow, okay? I don't think this person's in their divine light just yet as they return, so you have to return the favor. It's not about being nasty or, but see at face value. Don't be blinded by emotion. You do have reconciliation here, but there's an internal lesson as well that comes to this. You're going to feel uncertain with whatever approach this is, so trust your body's emotion. There's no bigger sign or synchronicity than our body's emotion. That's our compass in this world, but people choose not to listen to it. We choose not to listen to our deep instincts, and then after the fact, I should have listened to myself. You're going to get deep instincts here, okay? As soon as you start to lack focus, I think it's like they're going to give you some form of, I'm going to say, achievement in your success path to try to not to distract you when it comes to this. I'm hoping I see a transition, but just with this Hanged Man in reverse and this Tower in reverse, me personally, a Tower in reverse is more internal towers. Yes, you can see it as, diverting, and I more see it as internal work, okay? But it does end with the Three of Swords, but I think that's a slower moving kind of thing, let's be real. There is something you need to do with your I think you need to put yourself first here, okay, especially in these next upcoming weeks. So there's some things here that they're just wanting you to prioritize you, and again, thrive in that independence. Don't look at it as loneliness. There's some certain things you're going to be activated to let go of, and that's what this person's going through. So when you release certain things, don't release it in fear, release it in strength, and trust in your team, and trust what comes next is far greater. Okay, again, you're helping your energetic threads. Oh my God, engagement. So underneath this Ace of Cups, Four of Cups in reverse, enthusiasm for life, gratitude, engagement, seizing the day. But it's also engagement with your surroundings though, like an engagement with your intuition and your own emotion. But this is going to make you very excited. There it is. So underneath this Page of Cups, no transition, memories, revisiting the past, someone returns from the past, nostalgia, but there's not a king or an emperor that's come out here. One more. Holy moly, you just got 10 of coins and star. Holy moly. Don't rush it. Trust, surrender, trust in the universal magic and flow. This ain't going nowhere, but don't rush it. 10 of coins, anything to do with pentacles, it's the longest to ground, okay? 10 of coins, that doesn't just this is very beautiful, but you need to trust by putting yourself first and just delaying this a little bit. Saying no is not going to push this person away. That's a miracle card for me, that and Ace of Pentacles. You got with this Six of Cups, Page of Cups, the Star and 10 of coins. That's permanence, okay? Just ride the wave, take it slow. This Three of Swords doesn't come till after lessons and after emotion is seen properly. So don't rush it. Be at peace, be calm. Make sure you're feeling peace and calm. Trust your deeper instincts. So 3 to 4 weeks. So, oh my God, I think this comes in about 3 to 4 weeks. And then after this and taking it slow, delaying it a little bit, 3 to 4 week transition. Okay, have patience. You have to develop a new perspective here. It makes sense. I think you're going to get a little test, but just trust. Put yourself first. Put your independence first. Don't be nasty. Don't be nothing. Let this person know that the door's open, but let them put in that consistent effort that you deserve. Okay? This is where you're going to stress. I do think, and I will say this, especially because they're just finding their courage, right? So you shutting the door, this might be 3-4 weeks before you hear from this person again as well, but you've got to go in turn, because they're saying you're going to think this is a missed opportunity. Did I act impulsively? Should I have let them in? But you've got to really think, is one message or one interaction enough for what you guys have been through? No, it's not. Remember, you see, they're saying you need to go back to this star, 10 of coins, emotion. Remember, this was universally guided. See yourself. You deserve the effort. You deserve the consistency. This is where the internal comes. You're going to want to do something impulsive. Don't. Just sit pretty, because then you get your reconciliation. Okay? So after this point of communication and you standing up for yourself, you're going to feel empowered because you put yourself first. But I do think this person's going to drop off. Thumb sign. And they're going to drop off again because they're still a page of cups, and it's nothing to do with you. It's their insecurities, but they will be back. You just have to be patient. Okay? And those moments that it's all the work that you've done, put into place. The understanding, the release. This makes more sense with this too. The fear. One more. There's that King of Pentacles. I do think this is ride or die and trusting and can be trusted, but there will need to be an intelligent approach. Maybe there's some things that need to be compromised as well and put into place. Let it be distance, or maybe your lifestyles don't completely align. There's something about this reconciliation, yes, healing and but you need to, this is, to trust him. He provides some stability, okay? Sense of strong self-worth, financially stable, dependability, consistency, okay? So even though this is here, it's still, and especially if your past cycle, you went 0 to 100, you can't repeat the past. So maybe if there's actual blocks here to do with distance or different time schedules, it's for a reason, to not take it quick this time. So I just want one more, because that's a new journey, exciting plans, good news. Okay, I do think you guys can start again, but you just need to take it, ride the wave. Remember what you're going through now. You're embracing obstacles, you're embracing stress, you're embracing all of that. It's for a reason, because it's about to be activated again. Use all your hard work. Remember all your hard work. Beware of what you're projecting. Big part of this reading. For the qualities you admire in one another are the qualities you both equally possess. So the qualities you don't like are also your own reflection. So don't be impatient, because I'm sure maybe sometimes you have memories of this person and their impatience, their intolerance. They could have had quite thin skin. Just remember projection and reflection when you're going through emotion. Time! Don't let the time. I always say the biggest spiritual lesson is patience. And I know that sounds, especially for women, we're very impatient people. There's something here about intolerance with patience. Okay, this is a lesson. And it's something in your shadow they're wanting you to learn. And your twin is your biggest lesson. They amplify everything times 100. Your triggers and your greatness. So this person's going to come in and amplify the things that they want you to still focus on, right? That are still in your shadow. See the lesson. Don't get attached to the emotion. See the lesson in it. All right? You've got this collective. Don't take it personally. Understand it's coming. And whatever you do, my advice, do not give them your sacred vessel. Sexual union. Honor the place in one another where you are. Not straight away. Remember, you are a sacred being. You are a goddess or a god that deserves effort and dependability. Remember that, divine or not. Where you are, one eternal soul, for there you will feel and find true bliss. Reflection. Wait for me. So isn't it funny they're confirming about the patience here? Don't rush in. Allow nature to take its course. So that's when you're going to start projecting fears. They're saying, just wait. Trust us. This is Star Ten of Pentacles energy. You just deserve something a bit stronger here. So just show us that you see yourself and your reflection and your worth, your value, your exceptional soul. When it comes to matters of the heart, there is no right or wrong. Every choice you make expands your understanding in life and in love. The time. Just because they're taking their time, it doesn't mean that it's wrong or this or that. It was for development. Okay. Last one, sexual union. Secret admirer. We all know who that is. Someone has deeper feelings for you than they're letting on. Maybe this is how they express themselves, physical touch. Just my advice, don't give in, okay? Maybe this is their Page of Cups approach. Especially you guys are just, you literally magnets. I call it fusing. You're like it's intense. Maybe this is how they express themselves, but that just shows their naivety, okay? They have a lot deeper feelings. They don't just want sex with you. So just... one more. One more. Oh, they're very hard to shuffle their love hearts. Acceptance is the key to inner peace. At times we must accept things as they are. There is no point trying to change that which is beyond your, and this is beyond your control. Your timing, it's not like a calming. The universe has holds of your veils. So get your veil off. See your self-love. Remove that chasing energy. Okay, that was beautiful. So what I've been doing over here, I've just been uploading the TikTok or Instagram reading, but I'm going to make sure twice a week I'm just YouTube collective because it's different energy over here. I don't know if there's a lot more about the divine. As soon as I tapped in for your meditation over here on YouTube, it was absolutely magical. So I don't know if there's a lot more about the divine journey over here than there is on TikTok. I don't know what it is, but I just got swallowed by you guys, and it's a blessing to me because these are the kinds of readings I love to do, and I just think it's a lot of mixture of energy on TikTok and Instagram, but maybe it's because we just have a very small community right now, but it really warmed my heart. And yeah, these are probably my favorite readings to put out for people, very strong people. And I just think sometimes it's hard to find the right information for you guys in your journey, and I get it. But anyway, let's get you guys some charmies. Oh my god, no longer a lost cause. St. Jude Beach, maybe they're telling you. Tree of Life, you got my love from the start of time. An ancient love, a love that's been written in the history books. But maybe you collect seashell. I did say Aphrodite before. A lot of people give shells to her through rituals, but your pearl. Divine intervention, trust the divine. Maybe you're going through a point, I find this as well. My divines, you either really get activated to a religious path or more spirituality. Okay, maybe you're transitioning right now, whatever the case may be. It's one or the other. I believe our creator is all one in the same. Anyone that watches me all the time, I get leaves out of all religions and all spirituality. I think it's all beautiful. I think we can learn from everyone. I just find maybe sometimes religious can segregate us a little bit, where spirituality is meant to make us unite, but there's firm opinions on it all. I always say religion and politics are probably sensitive subjects, topics in our world. They're kind of a little bit off limits, aren't they, really? So you could be going through a transition. You could be really, whatever the case may be, however you want to view it, whoever you want to pray to. I say this a lot. Someone, and I don't want to say he or she, but I do believe we're guided by, I call it our flower of life, that beautiful print. That's what I believe. That's my universal truth. I speak to a symbol up there. But anyway, citrine, you could be a Libra, but abundance, good fortune. Maybe you need to buy some citrine, or I bought this beautiful citrine pendant myself. Maybe you're being called to get that at the moment. Okay. All right, let's get you some dice. Oh, and C, that could be important. I said I went to C. And 2020. There's a reason we said 2020 and 2019. That's an important, but 5 cents as well. Back transformation. 2020 could have been pivotal for you. 1st of the 2nd, 2nd of the 1st, 15th of the 3rd. 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1. Action. And 3rd of the 6th, 6th of the 3rd. You could be seeing consecutive numbers, or you need to look up. Here on YouTube, he's called the Numerology Meanings. Type in angel number meaning of 321, and he's like the 10-minute video, 10 minute and 46. He's my mystical robot man. I love him. Okay. 3rd of the 2nd, 2nd of the 3rd, 19th of the 2nd, 19th of the 10th, and 14th of the 2nd. All right, my 14th of the 2nd, Valentine's Day. Isn't I don't celebrate any specific holidays, but I just think but there's a reason that came to my mind. All right, my loves, I love you guys, and I'm definitely excited to build our beautiful community over here. I should have come on here much earlier. I'm shooting myself in the foot for just coming on now, but yeah. I'm excited to see the community we create over here, and yeah, lots of love. Have an amazing day.